It is one of the great cities of South America, a culinary powerhouse, and a new surfing mecca, sometimes known more for its neighborhoods than the city as a whole.
Welcome to Lima, Peru.
Lima is on the northwest coast of South America and wedged in a shallow valley. It has a mild desert climate, moderate temperatures due to ocean proximity. Nearly 10 million people call this megacity home. Though Lima was founded in the 1500s by the Spanish, indigenous people had lived along the coast for thousands of years.
We're a little over 2 years into the pandemic, and you can see I'm wearing a mask. Peru was hit very hard during the pandemic, and even though they're 80% vaccinated, they're still requiring masks in public, double masks indoors, so for the majority of this video I'll be wearing a mask. The perception of Peru and much of South America is that it's poorer, more unsophisticated than North America, that it's crime-ridden, that it's underdeveloped. The truth of the matter is, it's a little of that, but it's also coming around. The 21st century has really shown some serious growth.
We start our journey where it all started, inland and southwest of the River Rimac, in the historic city center and Plaza de Armas. Founded in the 1500s, this is one of the finest plazas in all of Latin America, and a major contrast from the rest of the city, which is much more modern. Bring your sunblock, and as there are very few trees and we are close to the equator, the UV index is much higher. If you're visiting the city, the chances are you will be staying in Miraflores. The area is somewhat upscale and has lots of dining and entertainment options. There are also indigenous ruins and a host of historical markers. The Miraflores neighborhood and much of Lima is a biker's dream. There are so many bike trails you could spend a whole trip riding around. The main attraction is really the coast, with towering cliffs and parks as far as the eye can see. You can leave your raincoat at home. Lima is right smack in the middle of the desert, and it rarely rains, thanks to the tall Andes Mountains just to the east. This is a very cosmopolitan area, and the average visitor will have no trouble walking around as the locals are very friendly and the area is very safe. Don't speak Spanish? Don't worry. The locals are very patient and sometimes willing to practice English with you. It's bohemian, real, and raw, and it's the art district of Lima. It's Barranco. It is home to many amazing bars and restaurants, but the most unique part of the neighborhood is the 19th century palatial homes that are now museums, hotels, and shops. This district is a fan favorite for many visitors and is often overlooked when booking a trip. If you love nightlife and mixing with the locals, Barranco is the place for you. There's one dish you must have while you're in Lima, it's ceviche. I am not partial to fish, but with a close proximity to the ocean, you can rest assured that it will be fresh. I was fortunate enough to try traditional ceviche and some spicier variations. They were all great. Of course, if you are a fan of meat, fear not, there are hundreds of popular meals to entertain your palate.
Lima does have some issues with litter and poverty, things that a lot of major metropolitan areas. It can be a really loud city. It's early in the morning and it's already bustling, but other than the pandemic, the 21st century has been absolutely amazing for Lima, where not only have they seen growth, but they're starting to see quite a bit of prosperity, to the point where many professionals and people are moving to this city because it's the center of not only commerce, but there's such a hip, cool vibe. Uber is readily available, and you won't have much trouble, at least in the core, grabbing an Uber ride. Each neighborhood is so distinct. We're walking through Miraflores right now, and it's just absolutely spotless, and they're cleaning it up all the time. You feel very safe in Lima. They have police everywhere. They have neighborhood guards, more or less, depending on the neighborhood you're in. A large majority of the country is now vaccinated. They require masks indoors and outdoors. Most of the people are voluntarily doing it. They're not even enforcing it. And of course, the cuisine is amazing. It's world class. Tons of fusion with the local populations, Creole, Asian, you get it all here. And your meals not only are going to be fantastic, but they're going to be cheap, even the good ones. I mean, we're talking anywhere from $6 to $20 for really great food. On top of that, you're getting all these fresh vegetables and fruits. What's unique about Lima? Well, I'll tell you this much. The coast, I've never seen anything quite like it. And then what you're getting is these huge cliff tops where hundreds of feet high, and on top there are these brand new work buildings, condos. Granted, they are for the mega rich, but if you go back a neighborhood or two, you're starting to actually see some middle class growth.
So there it is, Lima at a glance, but there's so much more to uncover, so here are some honorable mentions. See the bones of over 75,000 people in the catacombs of San Francisco. Do a Pisco tour in the San Isidro district. Take in the history of Peru at the Larco Museum. See the magic waters at night. Rent a board and surf in the shark-free waters of the Pacific. That's about it, I think. Until next time, adios!